Hi everyone, Gianni DePocia here with you for TheoTrade, and today is Tuesday, June 24th, 2025, and we are seeing markets respond very well in hitting new multi-month highs across the board. This is completely in alignment with our bullish expectations. We have liked the long side of the market since about mid-April, and we continue to see the right leadership emerge and continue in this overall market. So, I'm seeing technology lead, I'm seeing semiconductors lead. Coming into this week, we saw the energy sector lead, but did you see what's been going on in crude oil as of late? Well, it's been getting absolutely slammed. So you can see here the S&P 500 within spitting distance of its all-time high. You're only about 20 bucks away here from hitting a new all-time high. We are seeing the Nasdaq outperform and rally even more than the S&P. This is a most welcome development. And the Nasdaq, what are you, like 30 points away from hitting its new all-time high? The Dow is also up. The Russell 2000 is looking strong. But like I said, the big takeaway from today is the semiconductor sector and technology absolutely blowing it out of the water. XLK, the tech sector ETF, hitting a new all-time high. And this is known to be a leading indicator. This is what we have been talking about for the last 2 months when it comes to the great tech reset. The entire dynamic, the entire landscape, all the sands shifted in the market back in late April in favor of the bullish case. And we have been pressing the issue on that, and we have been rewarded for taking that side in this market. So, seeing semiconductors up 3.5% is definitely what the bulls want to see. Taking advantage of this move with names like Advanced Micro Devices over in the Trinity trade. In the live Theo chat room, we have names like Broadcom that are still open. We already booked profits on a rally to 250 on this, but it's hitting a new all-time high today. That doesn't get more bullish than that, guys. It looks very strong. And even some of the names like American Superconductor in the chip space, which were hit hard a couple weeks ago, we tightened up our stop losses like any good risk manager and trader would, and it held. It held, and it completed a higher low in the process, and it's almost recovered all of those losses from the gap down. And of course, I have my sights set on Nvidia because I think a big breakout is right around the corner on this Magnificent Seven name. I still have that upside target of 230 on this name. I've been talking about this for quite a while. I haven't taken a position just yet on Nvidia. I'm waiting for the setup. It's almost there. I see it, but just because I see the setup doesn't mean I'm chomping at the bits to take the position. And in fact, my respect for closing prices and the closing bell really saved me a lot in the last few trading sessions. I mean, yesterday was an absolute roller coaster. We had the announcement of the ceasefire between Israel and Iran. And, if you were trading based off of intraday headlines, you were getting whipsawed pretty hard yesterday. But we have completely round tripped all of those losses that the market experienced, and now we're hitting new highs. It just goes to show that if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a model, if you don't have a system through which to interpret the data and the headlines coming into this tape, you're going to have almost no chance of making money in this market. So that's why we do what we do here. I really like what's going on with NVIDIA. I think it is a positive omen of what's to come. We also got back into Tesla last week in the Trinity Trade live room. It had a really good start to the week. Yesterday, it was up almost double digits. Today, catching a breather, still looks strong overall, but no need to really fight the issue on that. Today, we had Fed Chair Powell testify in front of the Senate and basically said, the central bank would be open to some rate cuts later this year. And so we have been in the camp that there is a pathway for interest rates to fall. It has been a very lonely position to be in, but we're not doing this in the market to be popular and be comfortable and being a good company. No, we're doing this to make money. And so seeing long-term bonds lead to the upside is a really good sign, combined with crude oil prices getting slammed. Okay, we talked about this setup specifically in the Trinity trade, where from a cyclical standpoint, the probability of a high being complete coming into this week or even last week was very high. And the sell-off that we have seen over the last 48 hours pretty much confirms that. And this is a real dagger into the gut of the inflation crowd. First it was going to be tariffs causing inflation, then it was going to be geopolitical tensions. Well, this type of price action in energy is not indicative of geopolitical tensions continuing higher. If anything, uh, they're probably going to quell and subside for the next few months. And then, later this fall, I'm not going to make a prediction on that right now, but we did, participate in some of this. We booked profits in Comstock Resources yesterday after it hit a new high. So that was a nice trade. And then we walked away from our position over in Venture Global. So no names in the oil space, and also no names in the commodity space. Coming into this year and back in January, I was very hot on precious metals. Near term, I am seeing some real downside risks in this space. Now, I do think it's going to provide a major dip buying opportunity, but you take a look at gold, it's down, silver's also down. We actually booked profits on Friday on Pan American Silver. In hindsight, that was a good move, and we don't really have many positions in this space. I do think that there will be a nice buying opportunity sometime in the next few weeks, and I will, of course, keep you posted on that. But right now, money is flowing into areas of the market that points to new all-time highs in stocks. You want to be trading and betting on growth. You want to be taking risks. You will be rewarded for your aggressiveness in this tape. Betting on the end of the world is not going to pay off. Not going to pay off, especially with the VIX, getting slammed again. The VIX is down. So let's take a look at cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin up about 2.8% right now. Ethereum also looks like we have a bottom complete on that. And I've been discussing some of the fundamental backdrop in Ethereum and why it's so important for you to be aware of it. So let's start off with the positioning in the futures market. There is pretty much a record short position in the futures market, but that's not where the story ends. In fact, it's only the beginning. When you see that flows into ETFs, Ethereum ETFs are at pretty much record highs. So you have a situation where fund flows into the Ethereum ETFs are at highs. You have a record short position. This is an absolute recipe for a booming rally in Ethereum. In fact, this is probably the best opportunity near term that I see in this market right now. And we've been taking advantage of it here at TheoTrade. We have positions in ETHA. Even Mara tested our stops yesterday, but it held looking good. Hut 8, up 8%, bouncing off a higher low. And then, over in the Trinity trade, MicroStrategy has been a staple as well. So, we have been very constructive on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and especially with respect to its place as an indicator for the market's risk appetite. If we're dropping in Bitcoin, there's not a lot of appetite for risk. If you are rallying in Bitcoin, it's a time to really push the issue and try to make some money. Okay, so that's where we stand right now. I think this is a great market environment for speculators and those looking to buy the best performing stocks in this market. Even names like Coinbase, this is $1 million challenge name, up about 11.5% today. Looking to actually scale out of this here. Hopefully, we can hit our target at 349 today. So that is looking strong as well. And I think this is just a preview of probably what is to come in Ethereum. So I still think we're early. I think it's going to be a very exciting summer. It used to be years ago that summer kind of slowed down, volume was low. Everyone took off to the Hamptons and the summer vacation homes. Well, now it's all algorithmically driven. So, the machines keep turning. They keep this, the market wheels moving. And so I think that we're still early enough in the crypto cycle for new highs to come through. And that's ultimately going to benefit stocks because of the appetite for risk out there. So, what I would say to you is focus on tech, focus on growth. We have the great tech reset that is playing out in alignment with our expectations. You're seeing a lot of these nuclear names like nano-nuclear energy, surging as well today, up 9%. And, this has been a big theme that we have been talking about, pocket-sized power. NewScale up 15%, Oklo up 9%. So I still think we're early, guys, and get ready for the big technological revolution because we are here to capitalize on it and put money in our pockets. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the TheoTrade chat room. Take care.